Hello again. Today I'm going to be playing some Disco Elysium. Now, this is a game I've heard a lot about, and it's nothing but good things. I turned on streamer mode just to get rid of copyright music. I mean, whatever. Resolution, I did that because I have an ultra wide monitor actually, and yeah, if I want to get it the right size for YouTube or Twitch, unfortunately I have to do that. Otherwise I'd be playing 340 by 1440. But yeah, everything else should be pretty good. I figure I'd try out the game. And yeah, nothing but good things. From what I hear, it's like a detective point and click adventure game, I think is the way you describe it. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their dress, even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown it. Begin.
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
I don't have to do anything anymore.
Ever.
Hey, there we go. And now I have chat on my phone. Perfect. I don't have to do anything ever again.
Never, ever, baby.
Why did you go Austin Powers on me? I guess I'll
An
just...
inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
What the hell is this game? What is this writing? But no, I want to know about the X thing. Ex-wives? One of my, Mormon or something?
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
Alonzi never let me go now. No.
Do you
Let's get off this. I want to get off Mr. Bones' Wild Ride. The inky blackness.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion?
Damn, that's brutal.
Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Yeah, I'm a brave idiot. But I'm supposed to be a smart guy. I'm not roleplaying.
Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation.
Sensation.
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert. Hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Becoming the disco zombie from Plants vs.
The stench
Zombies.
of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Sounds like an electric guitar to me.
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice Canadian motor carriage.
Somehow I know what it is. Oh, what the hell? the ties on the fan. Okay. Let's see what's here. Do I right click? Alright, I'll hold right click. I can hold left click. Roll and empty. Let's get some water. And sweet liquors. They would have sent a poet. Yeah.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man.
Yeah, that's what I look like down there, huh?
Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. Really,
No
all
memory.
recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions as you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Yeah,
Yes, touch it.
there is
first.
definitely something wrong with it.
How bad could
Where
it
to
be?
even begin? There is the bloatedness,
Why is the mirror talking
then the
to me?
swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
Touch
It's
tongue.
not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers. It's not. Your nose feels
It's
like a
not.
small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It
Wait,
doesn't
you
appear
honk
to be
it?
a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
I will like to wear
Behold,
Santa Claus.
you have no idea who this thing is, do you?
A late
Too
stage
late.
alcoholic.
You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face?
Oh,
Please
interesting.
stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
I'm scaring myself? Okay, I'll try to
Oh
stop.
my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off.
Yeah, everybody praises the writing of this game, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of it.
What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Yeah, I
You
don't know.
should check yourself for a pulse, because from here it looks like a cadaverous spasm.
Okay, I'll
You
check
find
for a
no
pulse.
sign of life on your swollen neck. However, putting your hand on your chest reveals an irregular heartbeat. You appear to be alive, for now.
Dig deep into your mind. Yeah, we'll do an even odds.
Like the rest of you,
Check
it
failure.
comes from a bad place, somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
A white check, you may retry it.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression. belongs to your primary motor cortex. It
Okay.
would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Okay. Interesting. Sweat-stained shirt. Where was my pants? Disco ass blazer. Okay, I'm already equipped with them. Get my tie, maybe?
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Let's grab the tie.
You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you.
Right.
This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving. For quite a long time, still ongoing. Now is a good time. Finally, the pressure recedes.
What the hell?
You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying.
Okay.
You know what
Did
you
I
should
almost
do.
have a heart attack?
You should stop the fan and then try again. It'll get easier. Do it if you want to die. The stabbing pain in your chest is telling you you're hanging by a thread here. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. Your eyes burn with photosensitivity. It's not good.
Not good. Am I gonna die if I pull on the fan? Let's try.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Yeah.
The switch must be broken because nothing happens. The air in the room is...
Whatever. Smells like urine now. Gotcha. Grab my pants. Got my shoe. But there should be another shoe. Did I throw it out the window?
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
It should be my
A
shoe.
fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Yeah, it's my shoe.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
I don't need
The
it.
window agrees. Its cracked smile is cold and sparkly.
Whatever. I'm gonna ignore the booze. Been locked from the
You
inside.
hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the... It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is... The whirling in rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers.
Hostel cafeteria. Cool. Can I rotate? so I can walk with WASD. Oh, what are the controls? I think clicking is the best. Thought cabinet, T, middle mouse is inventory, that's easier. I can zoom out. Alright, I can't rotate, gotcha. So. Alright, whatever. Something on the table. Yo, free money. Yeah, I'm not grabbing the shoe. I already said I'm not.
Hello, officer.
The year is the 51st. We'll talk to
The
him.
young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Yep.
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. A silver jumpsuit.
Alright, so there's a lot
falls
of
off her
like
scale
RPG
armor, sparkling.
skill checks.
This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
Yeah. I'm not gonna talk to her. Trouble monde. Where am I? Oh, it's a cutscene. The hell's with this apartment complex?
You
Season
should
with
totally
static.
sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast oceanic soul. Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard
It needs to be heard.
through a PA system by
Yes.
other people.
By other people. Alright, what should I say? No, let's finish this thought. I belong here on a stage. Oh, that's a character sheet.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
Oh. Well, that's why he's so pissy.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
You look like a
that
bartender.
period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I'm the cafeteria manager.
Oh, understood. Alright.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it.
And broken.
Looks
back.
like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall.
Interesting.
This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery.
So there's
of the
automatic
Insulindian
checks too
Isola,
then.
the part of the world you are in right now. The small steel tag says as much. The great skua. Stegoarius skua.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
No, fuck you. I
He
talk to whoever I
pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Let's talk over
A competent work of taxi. Looks like this is the great. The small steel tag says as much.
Look, your buddy. Why don't you go and talk to him?
He pretends.
Oh, fuck him, man. Monday. I'm going to the back room. Interesting. Till 1, huh? So after 1 you can go into the kitchen? So we're independence. Doors open at 1600. There's money! Alright, are you my buddy?
Hello, sweetie.
The cryptozoologist way.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Alright, whatever.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks
Everybody's
like
so
he's waiting
impatient.
for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
I'm not gonna shake his hand.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he is waiting for your name.
We'll make a name.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
It's not yet time.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
No, I haven't.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. I understand the scene is out back, right?
Sure.
It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
No, I haven't.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Alright.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Yeah.
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree,
Probably.
where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as
7
we are
days.
done talking to the owner.
Yeah.
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Okay.
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is, he's not from the rat squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
Ah.
No need for derogatory terms. They're only doing their job.
Okay.
He nods.
Let's get moving
After
then.
you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Okay, cool.
You mean you don't have a badge?
No, what's on
Losing
when I
your
woke up?
identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence.
Okay.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
That's a cool tutorial voice. So I can just go.
Yes?
Tell me about
What
the
do you
case.
want to know?
Yeah, well, are we on
I'm
the same
afraid
case?
you and I are pawns in a pissing competition. You
What do you
don't
mean?
know? I assumed you were in on it.
Yeah, tell me
It's
about
just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
it. Okay,
Was
we'll let it
there
go.
anything else you wanted to know about the case?
No.
Good.
Alright. Yeah, cool. Can I talk to her now? Something
Hello,
different?
sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Does that mean
You're
you
a
like
handsome
me?
man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Okay, cool.
But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides.
Oh, no.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My
Slaps
husband Morel
herself
and
on the
I are
forehead.
staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Alright, cool.
This Lena is wacky enough for the Motley Crew. Hire her on the spot.
Hire her on the spot. How'd you like to roll with me? Yeah, you're in a
Whatever do
wheelchair.
you mean?
Yeah.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
I'll take you.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Yeah, I know.
I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Is that serial killing?
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
Nah.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down.
Nah, that's
Perhaps
not a
another
problem.
time.
I don't know. Alright.
Of course, dear.
I probably have to walk out the front door. No, we're talking to the bar manager.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Alright, good.
Yes.
He responds tersely. What's that even mean, man? Hold on. I never heard that before. I want to look it up. In a brief, concise, or to-the-point manner. Cool. It's like reading a book where you don't know the word.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
Yeah, I'll
Are
do
you
that.
kidding me?
Yeah,
It's
tell.
you. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor. And you're orange.
See? Everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the right track with this name thing.
Yeah.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
He takes
I
a
know
step
it took
back.
us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
Man,
No,
he's
I
carrying
just
the
got
case.
here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here.
Ah,
I'm
I
only
saw the different
temporarily taking her
handwriting.
duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Behind the coasters. He just has them all there.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
It does, doesn't it?
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
This guy's
What,
carrying the
of
case.
Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you
Alright.
still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
You are working now.
I didn't
okay.
imply that. Detective,
Yes.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Yeah, I got this.
His face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
Oh, they're still teaching me the game. Alright. Alright, well.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Cool.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco-Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies
I don't
of
need that much
mankind.
information,
5th
man.
century style. Unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
Alright. Why did Sylvie go
She
away?
went away because none of your business.
Interesting.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Sure.
thank you.
Mystery
Is it?
solved.
Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct.
Yeah, everything has something to do with everything. That's what the guy told me just now.
Good for you. Was there something else?
Yeah,
I don't
who
know
killed
who
him?
killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
We'll see
Oh.
that.
People are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
Who's saying that?
The
Yeah.
locals, the customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. I would suppose it's because
Yeah,
they
why
have
not?
nothing better to do.
Yeah, that's what everybody does in their free
You mean
time.
the
They don't
strike?
play games.
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
Alright. Did you kill
What
him?
are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
The
Another
lieutenant
question.
turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Alright, that's all.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
I don't owe you shit. Slip away unnoticed.
As you blow this joint,
Success.
behind you, a whiny voice shouts.
Real mature, man. Real mature.
Yeah, get fucked. Alright. Snow, huh? It's no problem, man.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You
We
sound
don't
surprised.
see a lot of police around here, that's all.
I got
Of
some
course.
questions.
What can I help you with?
Who
Me?
are you?
I am just a gardener.
Okay.
I am pleased to meet you. Of course. Where to?
Where's the dead body?
Oh, that's right there, in the yard.
Even all the way over here, there's a drop of death in the spring air.
Alright, that's all for now.
No problem. Of course.
If there's a corpse,
It's spring
then
and
you're
it's
going
snowing.
to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Yeah, cover
Sure.
up, though. Wow,
Keep
thank
them.
you.
I have another pair.
Wow. Am I reading these signs? Pigs go home? Are they talking about us? Fuck the police? I guess they are. Clothes, gloves, items. Alright. He has gloves on. Rolling in rags. Clothes for winter. Use main entrance. Most able-bodied man. Jump jams. Yeah. Where's the hole in the fence? I'm glad there's a sprint, because I missed the hole in the fence. That's super wide. Is it up here? I guess it's here, yeah.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. This
Empty card.
button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Pinball.
Silence. No one answers your call.
What about the gym?
All you hear is static, but no one answers the call.
Okay.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Let's reconstruct them.
These tracks
no.
are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away. Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover.
Okay.
Cop habit. This isn't case related, you think.
Alright, we'll leave. Is he throwing rocks at the dead body?
Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it.
He is
He's
Ginger.
almost exquisite in
Haha.
his
Just
ugliness,
kidding.
like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy Kuno!
Wait. Yeah.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Yeah, what's that juicy
I
one
mean
now?
drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno!
Kuno's riding it, see?
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
Damn, she's just hanging him
The
on.
fuck does
Kuno,
Kuno
he's-
know what a rake is?
Are they twins?
Kuno's not a gardener.
Yeah, are they
The
siblings?
fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
Yeah, I'm not a narc.
Fuck no! Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit.
Okay, yeah.
Fast. This kid has got street smarts.
Yeah, Kim, what should we do?
Shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What
You will
forces?
see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Alright. Yeah, Kuno, fuck him up.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
I'll take a step closer.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
You there behind
You
the
don't wanna
fence.
fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
Wait, hold on.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Yeah, where are the
I
train
come from the
words?
woods, Guttavitu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
I probably don't.
Don't be traumatizing her. Get the fuck out of here.
Surprised he hasn't started throwing rocks at me.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
So if I
Heavy
do look around,
workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard.
Steel-toed boots.
Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted.
Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
8 pairs.
1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46.
Number 46. Huh?
2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44.
Okay.
3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43.
Okay.
4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46.
We'll count more.
5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
I'm pretty
You're
good
not
at this.
bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it.
Alright, count
7.
the rest.
The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8.
Interesting.
And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's
So
an
I got 8
aberration
people
in the
to
pattern
find.
of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
Interesting. So someone's limping. 8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Smoother than
Interesting.
the other.
Let's name it the old soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal, like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
Sure.
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
He
Interesting.
doesn't seem to hear you, looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yeah, it's prudent. Yeah, 200.
Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
I don't know, just
From
someone
here.
really fat.
The boot the victim wears.
He tried to continue.
It's bad. Very bad. Before you can heave, the wind changes direction again. The greenhouse plastic flapping in its gusts.
He appears to be wearing some kind of armored boots. I can't see any exotic prints here. Someone had to carry him. Our
What was
wind
that?
keeps changing. Are any of the prints deep enough in your opinion?
Yes.
Which ones?
Point at the
That's a
pine
tree. I think we're close to a conclusion here.
Alright.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yeah, why did that
Yes,
carry him?
they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Victim
Even
wasn't
easier
conscious.
to carry on a stretcher, or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. A woman or a kid?
I don't think there's any way
Understood.
to be sure.
Anything else?
Yeah.
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the
This
hanging.
reminds me of this game where you're in like Salem, Massachusetts, and you're like doing detective work.
It is
following
not
down a witch.
impossible.
I pulled last week's
Yeah.
forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
Okay, cool. What do you
What do
think
I
happened
think?
here?
A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Okay.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy.
Look at that.
The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself.
Okay.
Either way. What else?
I think we've been through it all. But what can I get here? 60 out of 100. I don't have enough points. Okay. Alright, it's a rusty winch. Healing item. Did it automatically heal me? Alright. Oh, maybe I could get the kid to climb it.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag
The
in
birdhouse
his
doesn't
mouth.
sway with the tree.
You seem to be holding your breath.
We'll turn and look
A
down.
cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
We'll try it.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
We'll let it out. Oh, what was that sound?
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
Fucking
Keep it.
corpse. Yeah,
The
thanks.
hangover is clearly making these worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Yeah. Where do we
There
get
is
from?
Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't... There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Okay.
Pretty clever.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Cool.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
I already have. How do I use it? Wasn't it like this way? Yeah. Here we go. Hello, gardener.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
Yeah, what's this fuck the police business? Now it's a
Sure.
nice song.
I'm done with it. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Alright. Thank you. How do I use it? Do I just walk up to it now that I have it?
There he still is, looking right.
Active decay.
He's about to blow!
How do I use an item? Let's go here. Options. Log cabinet, inventory, I, journal, highlight. F1. Alright, we'll put that on. Can I talk to him?
Yes?
Yeah, I'll talk
Me?
about you.
I
Yes,
don't
you.
see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. Ah, if you insist. What do you want to know?
Yeah, you're wearing glasses.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Glasses are cool, I guess.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome.
What's
No.
this? No secret. Okay.
The lieutenant nods.
Do you ever
What do
talk
you
about
mean?
yourself?
I have no idea what you...
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
Yeah.
What? Think? I do most of my work inside my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook
My handy dandy
and
notebook.
idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
I know I can say that.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Nothing. How do I use an item? Let's low on health, put poison. Action interact. Highlight, right click.
There he still is.
I have the ammonia. How do I...
There he still is, looking right through
+1 has
you with his
ammonia.
white eyes. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
I don't want to be a cop now. It's
Are
been
you
saying
okay,
nothing.
officer? You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal.
Yeah.
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, bag it. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
Okay.
Monday, make sure you bring a handkerchief. That's probably a good idea. Clear our head. But before we can do that, you need to get your shit together.
Okay.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
Yeah.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Alright, 10:30. Day 1. Turn away and leave. Alright, what's this? Internalize it. Hold on. Take off those. Alright, I guess I could talk about what the fuck the police means now.
It's raining again. It was clear just an hour ago. Excuse me?
The sign.
Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, I don't mean to
Okay.
startle you. You have to see it. I'm not gonna accuse anybody.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57.
Alright.
Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet.
It's a pretty cool car.
This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
We'll pick up
The
the radio.
frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
Electrical kittens.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Is she
Hello,
French?
Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Thank you.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Firewalker
This
copy.
is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green Prime Line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
As
always, it's DJ Mesh and Felicio, and you're listening to Street Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar.
A flock of seagulls takes off nearby, startled by the roaring radio. Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio.
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe picked up a random frequency. You wanted a prime line, right?
Look at him and I.
Is that what it was called?
Speed Freaks FM.
Go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks FM.
Pick up the radio.
Souped up motor carriage for one bad mama's boy, for the heavier foot and the freakier.
God damn it!
They interest
Look,
me.
it helps me to stay alert on long nights, okay? It's a method. I'm not some kind of speed freak or...
Yeah, but I
You
have
would be
your
too
phone.
if you had this motor carriage. But seriously, let's quit joking around, alright? We have a case to investigate.
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect you to someone?
Yeah.
Just a second, officer.
She puts you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5, this is
Oh, they're all
41st,
French.
come in, over.
The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, Station 41, I got urged.
10-4, message received, 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
Just reported in, over.
10-18, state your message, sir.
Yeah, I need that for my
10-9,
badge.
over.
For a sec.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
I'll say nothing.
Who lost his badge?
Chester McLean.
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think? It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
I just love that name. It says fighting off last.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Nice.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Yeah.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh, god damn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
He's asking you to stop, says this is serious.
Of course it's serious.
I like this game
He
of
lost his
telephone.
fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Vikmar concurs, losing your badge is serious. Over.
Officer Vicar Mayer concurs. Okay. Can we just...
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Alright.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Captain
Ask
Sober.
him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Oh god, it's not here.
It's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Yeah, we'll try.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
Alright.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his phone, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
Let's see if he'll save me.
It's a single-shot kill A9. An armistice, to be precise.
Yeah, we'll go.
Il 9mm armistice.
Armistice? What, is he a fucking... Clearly he doesn't have his Villiers anymore.
Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't.
Why does this guy look like that?
This isn't really a laughing matter.
John McClane. Or whatever it was from Die Hard.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself. But Disco here made him piss his pants.
Disco.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Actually, he still got his wiener. Oh, man.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over.
Yeah.
That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about.
Wow, it's so serious.
Tell him to apologize right now.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over.
Should I go with the Firewalker?
He says you shouldn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place.
Who?
Satellite Officer V. I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir.
Firewater.
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters.
Okay.
Satellite officer Vic.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I'm going to report that you are in pursuit of your service weapon. Over.
Alright.
In pursuit of his.
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over.
Personal details? Do I want my name? Nah.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Let's go check the body now. Whoops. Whoops. Close the door, leave.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit's singularity lasts.
Alright, well, it's track down gun and badge. Alright, let's go back to the body. Boom, boom. Whoops, wrong one. Here we go. He's still just throwing rocks.
There he still is, looking right through you with his
try it.
white eyes. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
That's 6 modifier.
It's
okay.
a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos, and tendons.
Do they always
They
do
do
that?
after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Let's look him in the
His
eye.
eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there.
Subaquatic
Dark
terrors.
brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
I'll try it.
The corpse is dead silent. You have no idea why you just said that.
Okay.
Who is he? He is male, 4250, with an athletic build.
Athletic.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench.
Let's
The
get the
material
boots.
appears to be
Eyes like
ceramic.
a shark.
Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
My dog keeps opening my door.
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
Okay.
These are clearly not boots. They're armor.
Yeah, I mean, they look
possibly
like armor.
part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Sabatons.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique, A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic.
That
it's
is
all
super
you,
easy,
baby.
All me,
Ceramic
baby.
plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
We'll
The
pause.
stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop!
Looks at me.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Yeah.
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Wow. Do what?
Pull his head off. There's no point performing an autopsy if you do. We'll have compromised the coroner's case.
Indeed, from this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
Yeah, there could
Maybe
be
we should
something in there.
concentrate on what's outside the boot and leave what's inside to the boys at processing? Just this once. Besides, there's no way you are getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots for 7 days. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think they are the only thing left on him?
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Huh. Yeah, sounds like
The
a plan.
anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
Okay, got it.
Processing will take care of them.
My
As the
fingers
situation in
aren't
the
cracking.
morning,
Maybe this one?
it will yield nothing.
little.
But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
Back off and look up to
The
corpse.
cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above,
his neck.
a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
Okay.
This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
6-rotor airships, huh?
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Yeah.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
Yeah.
The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
No.
Then you should ask me the first moment we get.
Perfect.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
How did
A
they even get
noose
him
is
up
one
there?
of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Let's see what the tattoos
An
are.
intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to innocentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure.
We're
I
not
agree.
something here. Whoa. With that zipping sound.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm.
Alright.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. a small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Yeah, what's
A
that?
Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
Yeah, shit,
An
Kuno.
instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
Peering into it.
A sound, a shrill flash,
Nobody
followed by
move.
the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
That's cool.
In case we need it.
That is a cool
Yes.
machine.
It is pretty cool, isn't it?
It is.
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Yeah, can
Sure.
I have it?
Just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Cool. I'll squint and take a step
As you
back.
narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration?
Let's observe.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
Alright, well,
The
relax
monster
the eyes.
comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
I like the first part of that paragraph,
So,
like the
what do you
writing,
think?
and then it just got too extravagant, in my opinion. I think he's dead. Yeah.
Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging.
Maybe he was
Yes,
trying.
there's always a chance we are wrong. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt.
Okay.
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have...
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
Coin slot.
You fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Yeah, we'll back off and catch breath.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
Alright, so how do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Yeah, it's fine.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Well, you go for the buckle itself, I guess. Saw the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Yeah, it seems
There has
dangerous.
to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees. I was
Assault
really
from
hoping
harbor?
we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
Route.
I would really prefer if there was another way. These people might have an agenda.
Yeah.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt like chicken on a skewer.
Can
Someone else? You mean?
What was that about processing then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help?
Yeah, why
No.
can't? Why?
Think of the boys from processing as murderers. Only instead of people, they murder crime scenes. Processing is a wrecking crew. They know how to commission off items and how to work the incinerator in the morgue. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast. We are not getting him down already. Not getting him down is a task that's already accomplished. Sadly, it's not our job to keep him up there, but to get him down.
How do you plan to get him down then? With social sensibility? Are you going to educate him down?
Maybe we can shoot him down.
Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Sure, we'll say the bubble.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot
that.
hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
The
They'll
Kuno.
miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
Alright, so that's not their name, that's just... Let me
The
try.
lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
Yeah, let him
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks,
5 tucks.
securing it in place.
Okay, he did it.
That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice.
Yeah, I already know.
Mass-produced muzzle loader.
He
Ascetic,
told me.
frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim.
Say nothing.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
I hope that stray bullet doesn't kill anybody.
A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's desk was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight.
Okay.
Fucking idiot! Mookaba asshole!
Damn.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Try again,
No,
maybe.
we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Cloud.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
Get your shit
Remain
together.
collegial, officer. It was an honest mistake, and I will not repeat it.
Okay.
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
Yeah, let's try it.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
Damn, even flack from him.
They only have one gun!
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana boyka! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
Feel
The
the weight
cold
first.
piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right. You've held this, an A9 Armistice, before. At some point, it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down.
Damn.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted
With those
firmly
gloves.
in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Alright.
Why don't don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
That's just gonna... I'll close my
Your
left eye
field
first.
of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the morning light as the corpse slowly rotates.
A lot of flowery
The slow
language here.
movement of the branch in the wind, and your shoulders directing the gun sync up, dancing hypnotically.
Okay.
Look, he's crying. You gonna
Alright, so I have
cry
better
now,
odds.
fucking faggoty.
Let's do it. Is that a success? Oh no!
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your hand goes numb from the explosion. With your ears still ringing, you lower the weapon to see what happened. You missed the belt, but hit the corpse straight in the chest. Bits of ribcage protrude from the skin. No blood, only a murky sludge dripping down his belly. The sudden stink makes your eyes water.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry. I knew it. What
Alright.
a mulka.
Ask for another shot. You'll get it with the next one. The goddamn light reflected off some window. Surely.
Yeah, we'll do it.
The cadaver is already compromised bad enough. We don't have to make it worse.
Yeah, man.
It came out wrong. You made it sound like you're some sort of roulette addict looking for a fix. Ask again. More controlled this time.
Yeah, we'll do it.
There is silence.
Vitupa wants to fuck up again bad.
I'll try
The
it.
cadaver is already...
It came out wrong. You made feels like shit, man. How did this happen? Hit him straight in the chest. How horrible. You're so sorry.
Start crying.
It
I'm
feels
sorry.
dry. Nothing comes out of you as you stretch and bend your face into a crying shape. The lieutenant watches you jerk some tears. Your shoulders shake. Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness.
Alright.
You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
Fuck me? Please leave the rage you have for after.
Nothing you can say would make you feel. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown.
I lost!
He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by.
I lost!
Shouting, "I never loved that woman."
It was a coin
When
flip.
asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. "It's because the Furrows lost that match," said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. "It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions, and anyway, police work really burns you out after a while," Satellite
So, 'cause I
Officer
couldn't get
Jean-Vic
the
Mayer,
gun.
the deranged former cop's partner, commented. Sergeant Matt Torson, another former colleague, did not propose any theories, merely saying, whatever happened to him wasn't about birds. He got fucked, that's all.
That's all. Alright, new game. Let's try again as a thinker. Alright, yes.
There is nothing.
Yes, nothing.
Never, ever.
Well, it just
An
not
inordinate
exist.
amount of time passes.
Give me some
You
more.
got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
I like
I
nothing.
know you do, baby. I know. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
Alright.
Alright. Nothing down to fuck all, borough. Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over.
No.
Do you really?
I do, let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there.
I don't care. I'm an idiot.
Somewhere in the
Blah,
soul,
blah, blah.
like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth.
Yeah, cut off my
A
head.
fiery streak penetrates your skin.
Somehow, you know what it is.
Alright. We're speed running this out. We're back here. Yeah.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your... It says, the whirling in... This fan has two chain pull
We're
switches.
just gonna grab it.
One, you swoop up and catch the
Look
top.
at that.
Snap. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie.
Alright,
with
well,
4 or 5 different patterns. The
We'll
notch
leave.
reminds
a noose, huh? I didn't pick up the bottle last time. Commodore Red is empty. Yep. Grab the shirt, put it on.
a mirror hangs. Was this not the... Probably not. Hot water. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of as you abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there. And you will never... Yeah. There is definitely something. Where to even begin? It's not. Your nose feels like a... It's not. It's swollen and snail-like. Behold, you have no idea who this thing is. Whatever it is, at least it's dead. Please stop. It's horrible.
I guess I should have
You're scaring
saved.
yourself.
And then I could have just loaded it, but no, that's not fun. Yeah.
Oh my, what does it
Can't
even
stop.
mean? What is the... You should check yourself for it. You
check
find no
purples.
sign of life on your swollen neck.
Let's try.
However, it belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life. Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened.
Disco.
For Revachol, your city. That
Is this
meant
about
only
Discordia?
one thing. Guillaume le Million. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right.
Guillaume le Million.
Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
So I adopted it?
Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume le Million's regional mega hit, Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head.
Don't worry your pretty little head. How long ago was
Some
the name?
20-odd years. There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you, or anyone. You have some understanding of the near history of disco. The rest is darkness. Aside from the useless fact that the motor carriage outside was a caprice canema.
Alright.
It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
Alright, cool. Huh. Disco ass blazer. Wait, did I keep any of this? Oh, internalize that. Cool. Take that. Let me talk to the window.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold, the shards face outward. A fine web of scarring covers, more likely a projectile than a head. It is to the single congratulations. You smashed the window with your own. A cool wind gushes in.
Alright. Gonna go get my shoe. What's that for? Alright. Give me the money. Buy a book. Oh, what's this? Smell to see. Huh, interesting. Briny wind.
There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
Okay.
Like two baby crocodiles.
How do they fit, though?
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now.
Cool. I do like the BGMs here. They're pretty cool.
The young woman, her eyes up, a silver jumpsuit falls off her like...
Yeah, I'm not talking to her. Can I go in here? There's the newspaper. Autosave. Oh. I guess I could have loaded the other thing. It's on the door, close for winter. Cool.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be
my soul's
uttered
immense.
and through a PA by other people. You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
Of course, they'll get a real gauge of my
Serves
soul.
them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one.
No
You would
one.
need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
Interesting. Alright.
A man, and everything is cool between you and this guy.
No.
He's very
Everything's
animated all of a sudden.
Cool.
This seems like a touchy subject.
You look like a
That
bartender.
period of my life is over.
Understood.
A
Blah,
comp
blah,
looks
blah.
like this is the small steel tag says as much.
Look, why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
Talk to
He
whoever,
pretends not-
please. Bye bye. Well, pinball's on
Hello, sweetie. You should...
Yeah.
A bespectacled man as you approach on the sleeve of his bomber jacket.
We're not
Hello.
shaking hands.
You realize he is waiting for your name. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Okay.
Yes. Well,
Not for a moment does he believe that's your real name. He casts it aside as an intra-departmental joke or a peculiarity.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday.
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2.
Then we should ask. It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
I haven't.
Okay. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
I don't like dead bodies.
But did you take it down from the tree?
No.
So, the body is where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. I was sent. I suppose you...
Inspectorate General means...
No need. Yes. They're not just... I would ask you to step into the headlights of my... You mean you don't have a badge?
Yeah.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. After you, officer.
Lieutenant gets...
Yeah, he's in my party. Let me talk to her. She's
Hello,
nice.
sweetie.
Blah, blah, blah.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
For a hands, but dear, you must forget I'm Lee.
This Lena is wacky enough.
Whatever do you mean? Secret?
A partner who needs you to help him get a...
Yes, and even if he weren't there, I don't think you'd thank you. Perhaps another time.
Alright.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Alright. Blah, blah, blah. We're speedrunning this. Yes, I know about the menus.
The man with the...
Mr.
Yes.
I am... Right.
No.
Do you have an...
As a matter of fact,
This sounds like...
You said you...
What?
But you still...
Yes,
I didn't...
He probably means this is where you step his face. Ask him about the body's location.
Behind this... That's easy.
This man means that...
She went...
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Okay.
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct. Good for you.
Alright, who
I
killed
don't
him?
know.
This is it.
Yes.
The local.
The...
I don't really know. I would suppose.
You mean the...
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged.
The lieutenant turns...
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Oh, I failed.
One moment you're running like the wind. Then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger. Furiously. With both hands.
Oh no. Fuck you, asshole.
Watch out!
Oh no.
Everything goes dark.
Back so soon.
So we're...
Admit it. You just missed the quarter light. The darkness on the edge of town.
Okay.
I was wrong to let you go. I should have kept you here. Is it bright where you are? Is it terrifying?
Yeah, it's gonna be
It
fine.
doesn't look so, sweetie. Are you okay?
No. You have sustained a trauma to your lower neck. In addition, you have strained your left trapezius muscle. Pain surges down your back when you move.
Let's ask if she's
Chair
okay.
took the brunt of it. Don't worry.
Are you sure, ma'am?
Yes. Check on him.
Let's see.
Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. This has always been a cop-friendly place. The drinks are on the house, okay? There were a lot of drinks on the tab. I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window, though. That's 100 square.
He's shaken. Barter now and he'll cave in.
Okay.
Okay, fine. I'll take it off your bill. Sleep in a post-apocalyptic hellhole if you want to. Just know I won't give you another room.
Cool.
Not entirely cool. You still owe me 60 real for 3 nights stay. If you don't have it by tonight, I can't let you back up there. And for God's sake, watch out for yourself.
I mean, he's a cool guy in the end. Let's see.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
I have no
But
idea.
you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Far away.
In time or space?
Both.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Time and space. Through space and time is also Janice's ult, and that's a pretty cool ult in Smite. Like everything Hobocop.
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time.
Alright, yeah, whatever. Yeah, let's get going. I could talk to him. I'm gonna get the gloves again.
The RCM in Martinez. We don't see a lot, of course. What can I? Of course.
Direction
Oh, that.
Even all the way over here.
Where am I?
What do you mean? We're in Martinez, sir.
Yes.
This intersection is called. No problem.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
Back
Me?
straight.
I am just a
Posture
gardener.
check.
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else in her rigid posture.
Yeah, let's ask.
Is there?
The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong.
I am working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. Well, as you already know, there's a corpse there, hanging from a tree. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Salts? Ammonium salts. Perhaps useful for later.
Yeah,
Me?
She hides it well, but
I am pleased to meet you too, officer.
no.
Me?
How do I get
she
the
hides
gloves?
it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else.
I am working. I have a greenhouse in the yard. Well, as
Don't worry.
Mhm.
Salts? Ammonium?
Me?
She hides it well, but
Whoops. Another
I
question.
am pleased to meet you too, officer. Of course. Where to?
That's all
No
for now.
problem.
she's very well.
Of course. I want.
If there's
Alright, there we go.
holes, then you're going to need those.
Sure.
I'm gonna yield right now. We're gonna quick save. I don't care about talking to the kid. Let's see if we can do the footsteps again.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by heavy workers. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted.
Maybe more than 12.
Nice.
No. 8 pairs.
Go over them one by one.
Standard 2. Standard 3.
Yes.
Hobnailed 4. Standard work boot.
Wait, which
you
is it?
don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5.
More?
Another standard work boot. 6. An aberration. Impossible to tell. Good, you're not bad. 7.
Alright.
The glowing outline of a 8. And yet another
How many?
8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
Yeah.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? A woman? Or a kid? Understood. Any 200?
He might be right.
Possibly.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows. You have a point there. Anyway, it's something to consider. Interesting.
Alright.
Someone operating a workbench with a... No, it's... Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right...
He doesn't seem to...
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam.
Yeah, it's prudent.
A week?
It is not.
I pulled last week's...
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good...
What do I think? Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle.
Indeed. Yes. Everything fits. The lieutenant's eyes narrow.
Either way.
Yep. Alright, we got that done. Let me click on this. What's this?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
I forgot to look at the tire marks.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Before I do that, how much experience do I have? 70? Alright. Alright, magnesium. Gonna walk me all the way up there.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Well,
the wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
That's a huge thing. Now
Is it? Kvalsund makes a lot of heavy equipment, but this is phenomenal, even for them. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here. What are we doing?
I don't know. What are we
We're
doing?
awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbor. They are bound to have information for us. I thought that was our intention. Or it could be that we are just exploring.
We are just exploring.
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide?
Yeah, not right now. Give me the money, man. Restoration pillars. A bucket. Take all. Money. Take all. I think there was something over here, right? Oh, we'll talk to him.
Yes?
No response. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Okay,
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports.
Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the invest. If you insist. That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to...
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome. What do you mean? I have no...
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills.
What?
The lieutenant, we all have our different mediums.
No.
Okay.
The lieutenant nods.
All right.
Good. Let's check.
All right, a couple hours left. There we go. Half full of rainwater. Alright, pig.
Be still, my beating heart.
What?
It's amphetamine.
Meth.
Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Oh no.
There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Just...
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, but that there was an interesting find. An alternative path into the harbor that the kid uses. Well done.
Yes. Yes, take all the money. It's not nearly enough. Like, how much money do I have? Whoops. I guess there's no harm in wearing those. Oops. Like, they don't have any durability. Just keep going. Yes, live chat is dead. Take all. Talk about that. We'll talk to him again, I guess. I don't know.
Kuno's got.
If they.
Oh yeah, nappa comfy, Kuno.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong.
Shit coming up strong.
Jeez,
I mean.
Yeah,
Kuno's.
the rake. He should.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? The.
He's calling us.
Fuck.
Fast.
We should. You will see.
The language these kids are using. Pure, unfettered.
Alright. I'm not gonna talk to her. Hold on, let me do this real quick.
The corpse you seem to be holding a cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural
activity.
He's about to blow. Cops can...
The smell is repulsive. It pushes.
You try to walk away. Here's the sound effect. Ugh. Well, at least I was wearing gloves.
Too late. Until the smell of Commodore Red.
Keep it.
Corpse, thanks.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some if you can handle the headache. Some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor.
But not you?
I can't handle it.
It's more likely he can handle the smell. Unlike you.
Okay.
That young woman, if she doesn't have any.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier.
Alright, cool. Cool. I'll click save after I do that.
You see a set of tire tracks in a brown slip. The tire tracks were
Yeah, we
left
finally
here
did
by
that.
an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber.
What?
Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there, and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager. The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building.
Okay.
Before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city. I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate.
Okay.
You could follow the track south.
You know what I realized?
There seems to be a canal there. See where they went.
We'll move this
if you
up
find
here. Oh,
the
wait, the
time.
time of day is visible. There's nothing happening up there. Besides a question mark. Alright. Alright.
This Post Lavantore mail collection box has been heavily vandalized. A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
Okay, cool. I'll pat it.
The box seems happy.
Nice.
Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also. The mail collection box seems cathartic. Thankfully then, so do you.
Alright, I'll leave. I'm done with all that.
Hello again, officer. How are things? Sure, go easy on that. Excuse me? Oh, well, I did okay.
Alright, cool.
There he still is, looking right through you. The ammonia, the second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Are you okay? You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further. I've seen Captain drive to the station.
Okay.
Monday, make sure you bring a handkerchief. That's probably you need to get your shit together.
Okay.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something.
You've gained a thought.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together.
Can I internalize two things at once? I guess I gotta focus on one. I'll do this. How long is that gonna take? 6 hours? Alright, we'll do that. Or, hold on. We'll click that and see what happens. Alright, now I can go here.
Before you stand, Vapor M. This must be in the cabin. You are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a scent of leatherwork, and the freak of the soft.
Hello, Alice.
Operating the radio is easy. Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches a flock of right away.
Someone must have been messing with the radio. Oh,
go for it. Turn the radio.
God damn it! Look, it helps. You would be, but seriously.
This is Precinct 57. Just a
10-2.
The man uses
10-4. 10-18. State your message, sir. 10-9. 10-4.
Is it him?
Says he does.
You what? Who lost it, Dick? It's Officer...
Dick, defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He said,
oh God.
I'm just gonna repeat what I did before, because I actually like that outcome.
10-4. I hear you, officer.
Fuck me.
What's going on?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking...
Yes.
What?
Sergeant Person was on the...
You don't.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9.
No, ask him.
Sergeant.
Check your pockets. Check your... Okay.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question?
Lying over the phone, it's easy. Just say it like it's the truth. And...
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain.
Yeah.
Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over.
Yeah.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
Okay.
Anything else, sir? Over.
No.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Alright, close the door.
Volumetric ship compressor.
Sad. We're gonna do this now. Oh, does it do them all? Let's go to the body. I'm gonna quick save first. I should have just loaded up the last one, but whatever. I didn't know.
There
I've been
he
playing
still
too
is,
many roguelikes.
looking right
Let's
through
go.
you. As you breathe in, it's a puzzle.
Did you?
The man before you, the material delicate, these are clearly not boot.
Indeed.
Oh, the lieutenant uses its all
Ceramic plate under the heel.
the stent.
Stop! Pigs.
Brutal!
You're
Yeah.
about to pull his...
Do it, homo!
Do what?
Pull his...
Indeed.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? For a full set of armor, I wouldn't blame you. But this boot, there's no way you are getting them off. All the organic...
You're sure that the anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels
Okay,
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must... It is. We've requested for a full...
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Wow.
Not too much, yes.
4 years of wages.
It's a sorry situation, I agree.
Yes, I agree as well. How could
That's
he
for
have-
us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions. I
Yeah.
agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Okay.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. The hangman's knot is pulled tight. This is a steel reinforced...
Airlifting. I thought it was the local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much. A noose is... That ladder can't carry a group.
Could be.
I was afraid it would. The brief suggested as much. Politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
No.
Then you should ask me the first moment we...
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. An intricate web of blue lines stretches.
Of no nation, I agree.
He wears a wide leather belt. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his
triggered.
An
instant. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to...
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small...
In case we need it. Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
It is pretty cool.
There is only one
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say, sure.
The glossy-eyed corpse.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
His dark brown hair grows on his head. His face, the corpse.
Who is he?
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench. Eyes like... As you know, this is a trick. Only the lower extremities are...
I see it.
The monster.
So, what do you think?
I agree. Dead.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead. That sounds about right, yes.
Yeah.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt, yes, there's always a chance we are wrong. We should check for... I do.
Stop. He means you fucked him up.
The pool of...
The victim...
The fuck? Talking about shit.
What you got left?
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
Alright.
But there is no breath to catch.
How do we go now?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once it's done.
We've been thorough.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
Drama? Yeah, we'll go there. I like drama.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can... Someone else?
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boot?
No.
Why?
Think of the... I know it's hard, but I assure you, climb up there, there has to be a less risky way. We are not getting...
How do you plan to get him down, then?
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Yeah!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Alright.
Where?
Yeah! They'll miss! The pigs will miss!
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration, silent, and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 times. Secure. That's a keel aim. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's test position, taking aim. The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that...
God damn it.
Alright.
A lot of things...
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he? Kuno's...
The lieutenant...
No, any more mistakes? I have to say...
You know, you don't feel like too bad.
It's bad. Go ahead.
This is the sorriest
Can I
pet...
save? Quick you can't. Interesting.
You fucking banana!
The cold you've had...
The fuck are you wait?
The buckle comes into...
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
Your feet the slow...
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Whoa, we did it.
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Who killed
Communism.
Communism, whoa.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
You've been
Ace
pleased.
is high.
Sure.
The Ace is High, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigades during the revolution, is used to celebrate success in Revachol, especially in sports. The gesture is spread across the world, despite the defeat of the revolutionaries themselves. You could add an Ace's Low to it, if you like, by turning your back after the high and waiting for another.
Yeah. We'll do Aces Low after, too.
The high arrives with a sharp slap. As you turn around, there is a moment of doubt. Feels like that low ain't gonna connect. Chill. It's gonna connect.
It's gonna
but
connect.
Then it does, and with furious precision. The lieutenant is not one to leave an Aces Low hanging.
The lieutenant's a boss, Kim.
I knew these guys were
Yeah.
Kuno cracks with laughter. Sounds like someone strangling a seagull. It's clear he enjoys himself.
I knew they suck each other off.
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The fall seems to have released something deep inside it.
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy.
Alright.
In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. Or we could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information says the Wild Pines have sent some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle control back from Evrard.
You could ask the gardener for directions.
Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
Alright, let's go. Anyway, what's here now? Confirm. I'm not reading all that. Oh, we're gonna do that too. Yeah, hour left on that. Alright. Alright, cool. We'll save game. Cool. Now we can play the game again. Let's ask the gardener.
Hello again, officer.
The body's down.
Do you mean the body is finally gone?
Absolutely gone.
It's gone from the tree.
Oh, right.
Yeah, keep her in the loop. It's strangely enjoyable to report back on the minute progress you've made, even to strangers.
Since the street sign's messed up? Okay. The harbor gates? Some kind of commotion? Wild Pines?
Yes, a representative of the...
Oh, that must be the woman on the giant boat. There's one docked on the pier. It arrived a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, where's the
pier? It's very
pier?
hard to miss. There's the pier, the
Right,
Cape
north.
Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. It's
Alright.
just water.
Just
no,
water.
Actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
Why was that loose? Okay.
No problem.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
Tools, items.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man. The pattern still kind of has an ethnic feel to it. For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you. Gone.
I'm gone. Gone is in Hunter x Hunter.
traveler.
Oh.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
I am the law.
You sure are, my man.
What's going on
It's the jam, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Yeah, exactly.
I'm in limbo. Purgatory.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
Yeah.
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes and mazout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak, or he just likes unusual words, or both.
I dig your style.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
What's he hauling?
High-grade narcotics, illegal fire.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing.
Oh, we're in
They
Russia.
usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately.
So that's
this rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6?
Yeah.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
Yeah, can I get a
We're pals
tracksuit?
and all, but I can't just freely hand out.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Yeah,
It's
what
like
about the strike?
whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands. No way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Yeah, what's he in demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They know what...
Ah, yes. From the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What does
They
company
want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He makes ka-ching sound. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Alright.
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He's a monk. A monk on the road.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Alright.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Yeah, you got any change?
Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. The bosses, man. Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck.
Alright.
If I... Don't be a stranger.
What's this? Oh, I forgot I checked this in the other save. I don't really care to talk to you. Sure, get off the crapper, assholes. Just be reasonable. Is this a strike leader?
Bastards! We have a right to work!
I don't know.
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
Full head taller than everybody else.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should
We're
I?
here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes. Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work! Right to work!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Yep.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame
I
on
don't
you!
care about any of that right now. I
We
just want
have
to figure out the murder.
families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scab.
Wait, why is he calling him a scab? He's the union guy.
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be
Oh,
useful,
these are the scabs.
not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor
He runs
run
his
smoothly in
hand
time
through
of
his hair.
crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
Who do want work?
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were
given a job to do!
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates.
So these are all the
Why you want to
scabs.
be that fat asshole?
Right to work!
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
Ah, that's not
We
my
are not
level
picking a side in
expertise.
this just yet, sir.
Pity.
Let us work!
Alright. GRH. So, is this not the north?
Scab?
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here, to the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
The strife? No.
Oh, good, good. What matters do you want to discuss with Everard?
Yeah.
So mysterious, so intriguing. Either way, the road in front of you is wide and open.
Alright.
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
Okay.
If it's all so simple, why don't the strikebreakers just go up the stairs?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Measurehead?
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him. Then press the button to unlock the door.
Okay.
Then go past him again.
Okay.
And you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
Alright.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
Yeah, we'll catch.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing, though.
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess. Cargo can't get in or out. I'm always glad to help out when possible.
Alright, yeah, thanks. In case of strike, press button behind guard. Yeah.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Huh.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays
He's got his own
degeneracy.
floozies.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can.
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
Al Ghul.
Yes.
Ra's Al Ghul.
Al Ghul.
He means alcohol.
Correct. My small skull servant.
Alright.
Al Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison. A parasitic fungus that has colonized your race.
Pygmies played on
It is
you.
a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
Okay.
Intentionally fermented drinks have existed for 10,000 years.
Yeah.
This is a fabrication the alchemists of Yizot and Bashir and the Rolam Al Ghul have fed your people. Go on believing in it, race loser. Why don't you have another drink? Your features are not yet congenitally deformed enough.
Oh yeah, Measurehead.
I just drink on the weekends.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done begging for help, attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far you gave the world eugenic, you dominated lesser cultures. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
Yeah,
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor.
We still need to get into the harbor. There's an interview to conduct.
Try the jump, up there on the roof. It'll be worth it, else there is little choice but to figure out a way to deal with the man.
Yeah, I'll do the jump. No, there, no. I'm just gonna click down there. What's that air? Booze. Money. That's not nearly enough money. 550? Oh, there's something here.
A Stars Riker, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie. Not many people outside of Grad, and Revachol West too, it appears.
Estache Raiko KK2.
Oh, he knows
That's a
cars.
classic model.
Oh yeah, he's
Never thought I'd see another one
gearhead.
repainted after what happened last time.
Do I know what happened last time?
No, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue, the colors of Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zemsk ruler. His banners were famously zephyr and white, the colors of the stars Raiko.
That's, well, yes, exactly it, more or less. Except it was a crowd of them. Tore him out of the vehicle and ran him over with his own tires.
Wow.
They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The James community protested the trial, flying the colors. 5,000 came to protest.
Correction, 4,395. The fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
Only 4,000 then. Alright.
Is that so, officer? I'll take you at your word. 4 years for murder in Reunion. The perps were remorseful. Their sorry knocked 8 years off the sentence. That's the system.
The prisons in the greater Revachol Industrial Harbor are already full. Prisoners are expensive to maintain. The longer the sentence, the larger the cost.
Yeah.
Could it be another Stage Raiko murder? You really should ask me to brief you on the case. But right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and guess the two aren't related. Yes, detective?
They should have left
You
it
sure
baby
you're
blue.
not James?
Yes, you're sure you're not. Or if you are, it's only in that Revacholian way. 4 to 5% maximum.
Alright, I should ask him about
Yes?
the case. Tell me
What
about
do
the
you
case.
want to know? No, it's not a particular... The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I can
Supernatural?
assure nothing like that will happen. Do you know why not?
Because it's impossible?
Good, yes. Because it's not part of reality.
So desperately mundane. You need to funk this case up. There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational, too morally complex. You should convince him.
I'm afraid you don't know. I assumed you were in on it.
Tell me
What's
about
there
it.
to say? It's the cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a piecing competition.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary, somewhere in your mind hangs a dark green blackboard. There are 2 columns. One says, cases solved. The other, confirmed kills.
Yeah.
Well, technically. The official record keeper has been known to double count murder-suicides.
A common accounting gimmick used to inflate precinct stats.
Yeah, it's a
I
small
wouldn't
number.
say that. And my caseload is measly. I'm good enough for this case. I'm not here to compete. I came because I had to. Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
The rows are endless. Jean Vicmer, Judith Minot, a special consultant. What was his name? Then the rows degrade into green nothingness.
Yes. I'm an unrepentant spoilsport.
It's all part of the master plan, you see.
Interesting.
Really? It can't be that. Are you sure?
No.
Who could say it's not true? If you really don't remember anything, how would you know? We should move. Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
There's a sexy dark mystery twist in the case. Alright, let's try.
Only banal things strike you. At the core, you're a very banal person. One you should be ashamed of. It's no wonder the soft one doesn't want it back. It was right to abandon you.
But do you want to know? Good.
Alright, we're gonna quick save.
Guillaume Le Million.
Guillaume Le Million.
Bad news. Guillaume Le Million did not become a cop. In 38, he went on a tour to the Sinyao province in Safre, where he died of autoerotic asphyxiation.
Wait.
His body was found hanging from a decorative dragon
I
tree
saw a Robin
in
Williams
his
movie
junior
about
suite,
this.
amid drug paraphernalia, unwholesome objects, and the Sylvia Trainer single, Wonderland, skipping in the background. And yes, you can take this as a metaphor for Revachol in the 30s, and also as a warning.
So, pain threshold increase. Alright. Interesting. I'm becoming psychic. Who are you?
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Let's try snapping fingers.
She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
You say so. I feel like she would know something. Like, probably all the people in the town.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looked a silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane. As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
Yeah, we'll just do this.
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
Okay.
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol.
Ah.
His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola. Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
Okay.
He called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene, There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
Why do I have that question now?
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect cocaine beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces. Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
That is
The
hilarious.
statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit. People in Martinez tend to agree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Those critics might have it wrong though. There's more to it than just ironism, but you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery will be solved at a later time?
Maybe.
Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
Bonus from Iona. See art in the world. Yeah, I like that. Alright.
Not that he ever did in life either. Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it. Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? If we connect every bullet hole in Martinez to the murder, we'll get an overwhelming amount of loose threads. But then again, we don't really know what we are dealing with here, so I've made a note. Don't hold your breath.
The king stands high above you, surveying the bay, mute and indifferent to your sightings.
Alright, we'll leave that. Auto save, nice. I am gonna... So is this a harbor over? No, that's the old lady. I hear the harbor now. Aha, shortcut. I'm not walking back there.
A thin man is smoking below as you step in. Okay, it's definitely not his name.
Alright.
Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Quebec. Please. It's not funny.
Alright.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
Nice.
It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
Okay, cool.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted maybe. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined.
Alright.
The door does not budge.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen.
The winch, outside, in the backyard. Remember? No?
Oh.
Your fingers do.
Well, if there was a winch, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
Hysteria?
If you say so, Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Alright. Thanks for reminding me who Gart was.
Can I help you? What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb,
I could talk to
unruly
the
types.
union leader then.
Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They...
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
Nice.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
Yeah.
Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just the frit warehouse, probably.
Wondering about it is, of course, exactly what he's been doing for 10 years.
Oh no.
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
Yeah.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage.
It doesn't?
So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely out of the question.
What?
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit. Your body is ready, sire.
Yes, have you got it? Like what?
Alright, goodbye. I don't have the money, sorry.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full-flavor cigarettes, clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it. The contemporary period stands still. The fated carousel of progress that doomed the royalists is itself winding down.
Gotcha. Whatever.
A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago, you fumble with the spring-loaded gate of the carabiner, but to no avail. Like fucking sleigh bells. What are you doing? You're gonna get caught.
Stop finger-fucking him, officer!
What?
I'm responsible for these oafs and their stuff. Even Sleepy there. Fine. Finger bang him then. I don't care.
What?
To be honest, he's correct. Police officers generally don't go.
It was just an idea. Come on, relax everyone. It didn't turn out well. Doesn't mean it was a bad idea. Or the man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
You gently shake his shoulder. The worker is in a deep slumber.
Alright.
Hello again, officer.
Is this more of the north then? Alright, let's try to jump again. I didn't click on this? Get out of the way or get fucked up? Save.
The tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Am I just gonna hurt myself? That's fine.
Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed way too high up here. Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation. He watches you melt down stoically. From nothing you can say, cop gives up the detective.
Okay. Let's try this one more time.
Cloak with possible RCM markings.
If I fail, I'll just do that,
still
yeah.
Caught on the railing. Nope, no. That's still too high. You could have died.
Hey, what happened? I understand. We can always come back when you're feeling.
Yeah, not right now. How do I get down there then? whatever. I don't have the physicality to go that way. I'll try to find somewhere else to go if I can't wake this guy up then.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon? Maybe lime? Maybe who cares?
Dude, imagine if that's
just
how,
rum.
like, being an alcoholic actually makes you think.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
Oh. Duh. Oh, there.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
Oh, dang. Okay. I could ask about the worker, I guess.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is precinct 57, of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944
You can still technically call that.
298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? No, not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again.
But you have a phone.
They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Alright.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse. No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the Dock Workers Union.
I will push on.
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
What others?
The other people who live around here. Local people. I didn't want trouble.
Okay.
You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the Union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
I'm not gonna push her.
Oh, what else can I do for you? Yeah, go on. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring Gar into this. It's none of your business.
God, why can't you just mind your own business?
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
Am I?
Yes, I know who you are. You're...
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again.
Don't go there again.
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and... You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them. You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't like that.
Okay.
I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall," painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains. Very nice visuals there. There is silence on the other end of the line.
Oh no.
Me neither. No, please, no more suicide.
There are way more inventive ways than a gun to leave this world.
How does she know I don't have the gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask.
Oh.
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Alright, bye.
You hear the call breaking up on the other end of the radio, and then the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A metallic drawer slides out.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Okay.
It's robust, weatherproof, lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The handles are long and sleek. Snaps. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its. The white suede. Your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. The handle is pulled back. Somewhere deep in the cabin, you see as you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if...
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't...
Translation. We're not going anywhere right now.
Alright. Well, where's my car? Anyway, can I pry this door open?
You see a heavy steel door with a... You see a...
Whatever, I'm Gordon Freeman now.
Hello, sir. Step right in.
I'm
The
the
store-
law.
I know, sir.
Yes, people...
Are you interested in a new and exciting book? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions
I know
you
your
have.
name is Annette.
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. Feel free to step in and browse up. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out. Thank you, sir. I'm glad to help Mum out with the store.
Who are the famous people?
Kings and queens. I think that's why people read them.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Annette's expression remains ever so helpful, but she doesn't say anything.
Okay.
Alright, bye. I don't need a book. Oh, this is a cool part of the city. Where's this lead?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Oh. Yo, what up?
Are you trying to sneak up on me?
Apparently, she doesn't like people. Logic error. She is not sleeping right now.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out. Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
Well, let me try the other one.
Trying to sneak.
Money? Reaction speed, -1. Right. Wow. What about this door?
There must be another way into the building.
Holy shit. Why? Why did it sound like that?
It's been a week and now they show up?
What the hell? I'm not pushing that door again.
The streets will flow red once more, a great torrent rushing down.
The streets will not flow red with anything.
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Yeah, just answer the question.
Ask away, pigman, but I don't promise to answer.
A brush, an artist. The red splatter is urban expressionism.
What are you doing to the wall?
The lieutenant is desperately searching for a handkerchief.
She turns his head to face the coast and nods disdainfully toward the woman performing maintenance on the boat dock next to the pier.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershore. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Yes, we should go talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Okay.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit.
Cool.
I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mono is here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cads. And my name's not Mona, so...
Oh.
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasion. I thought I'd mix... Yeah?
Yeah, I love Puff.
Thanks.
She means the opposite.
Do you know
I
anything?
ain't no snitch, pigstein.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko. Watch your back, ungulate.
A sturdy metal door guards the sound. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside. Doesn't matter who I am. Now go on, get out.
From within comes the faint sound of a broom sweeping across the concrete floor.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here. No, I already told you. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east.
Yeah,
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
There is no reply. A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
Don't shake her hand.
I'm afraid my partner doesn't shake hands. Please don't take offense.
None taken, officer. Either way, I'm glad you're both here now.
They shake hands,
I was
though.
dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual...
Damn, he's just throwing me under the bus.
Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. This is a tactic. It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink at you?
Did he?
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Oh, yeah?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy.
Why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub. A well-kempt, yet tastefully short bob of dark hair. Despite the first hints of grey, she's elected to keep it au naturel, shaped into a permanent wave. Late 40s style.
All natural.
Positively statuesque. Why, dull orange pearls hang
What's that
from
have to
her
do
earlobes,
about me
red
asking
from
for
the
money?
cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry. Wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible. Within reason.
Yes,
Now look at you. You misery-clad simian. barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable.
Yep. Okay.
You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
I'm not ashamed.
But you are. Too ashamed to ask this person for money. Too scared to belittle yourself in her eyes. Those half-precious stones of Erdenil.
Okay.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Oh, yeah,
Why,
you're on
yes,
a boat.
I am.
Does she have a
The
name?
boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
Okay.
It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business. My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
That's what you
I'm
should name it.
enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Yeah.
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Technically, the neighboring Ozone and Fas Alamer island groups are archipelagos, while La Caillou, by contrast, is a single fertile landmass, the fourth largest island in the world. It is not an archipelago.
I got it correct.
Okay, if you want to get technical, the point is we're all on islands here, and sail is still the most expedient way to get from one island to another, especially when you're in a hurry to resolve a strike. I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Ravachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Yeah.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich.
Yes, I do.
You have the guns and the ammo. Take this Clausen fiend down.
Okay.
Oh my. The E word. You mean to say that it's a symbol of conspicuous consumption? That I'm a member of the ruling class?
Yes.
Detective, may I remind you that Mrs. Messier is a professional negotiator.
Then what does that say? Does it say docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A? 33A? This old proletarian haunt here?
Your synapses flesh.
With this 19 pace.
Okay, it is anti-centennial. I assure you, they drove quite a hard bargain for this space, but you're right. I am a bourgeois woman, and this is my fast, lightweight, interminably bourgeois boat. Good. That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
Fourth day to the backstay on this, huh? Sure.
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole.
What is all this?
It's a giant undertaking.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
So what do they do?
Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo tribes remain. Saint-Baptiste, LUM, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star.
Brightest Star.
Why, thank you. I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
I'll just say wow.
20 billion is a large number, but the conglomerate employs 72,000 people. They all need to be paid. Then there are capital improvements, interest payments.
A wave hits the sloop she grasps. The main stayed for balance.
A conglomerate the size of the Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It's a tremendous responsibility.
I get they're too big to fail.
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran.
Right.
Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest. You know more than you let on. Certainly it helped, but most of the original Indo tribes have failed or been absorbed. To survive, you mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
Yeah.
There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands lose their jobs, the world over. Quite a few things. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57, and this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
More curious by the minute. Why is that, Detective?
'Twas stolen by some artist, surely. Best to pin the blame on them. Everyone knows you can't trust artists.
Why blame it on
Everyone knows you can't trust artists. They're nearly as bad as clowns.
You mean someone stole your badge?
A bunch of clowns.
Some Arlequinos, you say? I'm afraid what I need to tell you is anything but fun. I really need to discuss it, however, with the RCM and...
Unbelievable, sire. Even the Arlequinos didn't work.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Yes.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
I don't remember this role now.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia.
She did that well.
I don't even know how to respond.
Encephalopathic amnesia. Encephalopathic amnesia.
I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine...
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Of course. But before we do, officers, let me be... The situation is extremely volatile. The sooner we can speak about this lynching business, the better for all of us. Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments. That gives me...
The octopus that straddles Revachon, the Emergencies Act, is the cornerstone of post-war Revachon, inseparable from the world it created.
Yeah.
Good luck is only kept in place by the vet.
What the ma'am means is that the Emergencies Act and the RCM both get their authority from the coalition government.
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot.
But I am derailing us. You want... I believe the official title is Senior Labor
No way.
Whatever.
She's more.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations.
Wait. She just admitted that the lynching and the strike are connected.
After that all.
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates. Yes, I believe there is a connection. But that's a subject for later.
Okay.
Yes. Jean-Luc Measurehead.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd...
And when did you?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still...
But the strike began in December.
Yes.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
Yeah, did you put the scabs there?
You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock come to plead?
Don't let her answer it herself.
If these strikebreakers were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not yet, at least.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Yes.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. Of
Alright.
course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt.
If you were to prick it with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
Oh, heavens, no. We get along just fine. Yet, now that you mention it, I can't stop imagining that black treacle just dribbling down his double chin. He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemable... Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues. The Débardeurs Union was once organized labor at its best, as they say.
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may...
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried... And your opinion, detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
It's like a mob.
Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers. I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
End of story.
This forewoman, her name?
Oh, okay.
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence. Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name. And I don't have access to the union's files.
Eerie.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected the point of the presentation is these kinds of things.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Mr. Clare, fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before. There are leaflets everywhere, and every worker.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about
Fortunately,
that.
they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group. They're having a blast.
Yeah.
But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution. I'm not sure. Naturally, I assumed that was just their opening position. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling...
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
Call me tomorrow.
This checks out.
Of course. How else can I help?
Alright.
Of course, detective.
Aces low. For the rest of the world, the Aces Low is just some cool Revachol thing, politically neutral. In Revachol, it still holds revolutionary connotations. Also, have you looked at Lieutenant Kitsuragi's clothes? He wears a bomber jacket, just like the ones worn by aerostatic brigades. And those cargo pants look like they could fit tools for hot fixing your burning aerostatic. You should ask him about this.
Okay.
Hey. Psst.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
How come there's word
You
on the
keep
street?
saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff. Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it? Failure. It's about failure.
I don't do
Of
failure.
course you do. You are failure. You are communism. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped. You alone, against every living thing, against every human
Why is it
alive.
trying to
800
convince me to be
trillion real
communist in
in
this
the
game?
hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies, you against the atom, the charm and the spin. Where the whole now get to work, comrade.
No.
Very well. I guess no one will build communism then. Tell the working no objections. It's mathematically impossible to achieve a classless society. Everyone knows this. Anyone? Anyone else? There's no one? There's no one. Okay then, lie down and let the water carry you downstream.
Huh. Alright, let's see if I can, Alright, cool. Zooming out, fixed it. Alright, I saved game. It's late. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll finish this soonish. I don't know when. It's an interesting game. Oh man. I can definitely see how all the different builds matter. And I see why everybody talks about like changing clothes and stuff, because those boosts make a lot of a difference. And I'm gonna go to bed. I don't have a blanket tonight because I was washing it and I didn't dry it because the dryer was full. So I'm gonna just sleep without a blanket. I don't know, man. I'm tired. I didn't get the best sleep last night. I did the final K ranked challenge on Twitch in Smite, and that was fun. You know, it was an excuse to play Smite ranked in different roles. But man, was it mentally exhausting. Ah, yikes, yikes, yikes. Man. I know this is probably a boring playthrough of Disco Elysium, and there's probably much better people out there that played this. So, if you were watching, hey, thanks for watching. And I hope you're having a good one. And I hope you find the story in the game fascinating. And I hope I'm not ruining it by skipping through some things. Hey, there's the lifters. Although that's not 5 rotors. That's a 3-rotor lift. So, bye-bye. Peace.